Hi everyone, this is Grace of GB Maltese, and I have a product that I would like to talk to you about today, and this is the BenQ Genie eReading Lamp. And this is the way it looks, and here is mine. Mine has the gold, and I'm going to show you all the features in this. The cord is a nice, beautiful braided gold. The cord matches the color of the top part. This part will bend up and down like that. This part bends, so you can move it in a lot of different directions. To turn it off and on, you touch this silver ring. And before I do that, I'm going to turn the light off in this room. The lamp is not on at this moment. You're seeing things the way it looks with the light on. Okay. I'm going to turn it on just by touching this ring. And there we go. Now look how much light I have on my table. Let me show you the different things that you can do, and I'll show you in better detail in a moment. Now you can help you if you want to change. What is so neat about this is you can put two fingers down on this and hold it down. You see that orange light come on? That is to be used if you're reading a regular paper book, paperback or hardback book. But if you want to read off of an e-book, your iPhone, you put your fingers back down. Oh, I missed it. Let me do it again. Okay, let me get it back on. Okay. You hold it back down, and it turns to green. The green is for using it with your iPhone, your computer, to keep so much, so it doesn't have as much of a glare. Now, as you can see, the light is focused on this table and not all over the room. So you're not going to be bothering other people if you decide to use this in another room with the lights out. Okay, I'm going to put this back. Okay, I've got it back to the orange, as you can see. This right here changes the light. You can see it looks more orange and then more blue color light. I'm just turning this knob. You can press the knob and it will make different changes. It's all orange, kind of an orangey color light, warm color. Press it and we have a more blue color light. So I'm going to show you the base of this is what is the heaviest. Okay, I can hit this around. This is not going to be falling over. I love that about this. I do not keep mine on the table because I have this stand that I've had for many years. I've got my tripod sitting on it right now, but I'm going to put my light on that, and I'm going to show you how things look with the light on it. This is truly mind-blowing. This is the underneath part up underneath there, and it's not in my eyes at all. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I have you on the on my tripod, and I've got my lamp on the stand that I was showing you to the side. Now this is how things normally look when I am filming with just the overhead light on. I'm going to show you the difference when I turn on my Genie lamp. Look at the brightness. Big difference. And when I'm working on this, I no longer need a light pad. This gives me more than enough light. And the thing that is even better, this does not hurt my eyes. It was getting to the point that when I was using the light pads, the light was shining up into my eyes, and I was getting this weird thing. My eyes would get real tired, and then they kind of start moving around. I couldn't get them to focus. And it kind of scared me. And I kept thinking, oh my gosh, you know, what is wrong with my eyes? And so I'd have to quit diamond painting for a little bit, let my eyes rest. I don't have that problem with this. I have not had that happen again since I've been using this light pad. I mean, not light, this lamp. Now, I want you to look at the light, okay? You can see how that subtly turned more blue. Let me go back. You see it's more orange. And it depends on what you like the best. They say the orange is sometimes more relaxing for your eyes, but if you need good, bright detail, to go with a blue light, which I use the blue a lot, and I found that it does not bother my eyes at all. This has been specially engineered to help eyes to see better without harming them. They have certification, international certification. This lamp is actually made in Taiwan, and it was sent to me from Taiwan. I was reached out to by the company, and it took me a few days to decide whether I wanted to do a review on this lamp, because I'm thinking, you know, I use my light pad all the time, and I talked with a friend and with my, you know, some people that I trusted to give me their thoughts on it, and they said, hey, you know, go for it, because I have very, very bad eyes. My eyesight is not, especially with light. I need a really good light. This is so much better than a light pad for me. I don't know how I was able to do anything before this. This is amazing. I'm not having the tired eyes. I'm not having my eyes rolling around. So, yeah, it is fantastic. And it shows the colors. This is, the light that this gives out gives the true color of the things that you're working on. So these pinks are exactly the way they look in real life. You're not seeing something that is different. Those purples are true purples. So I was so excited because the company told me, please give a true, accurate description, your thoughts, a review over this lamp. Because if we can do anything to improve it, we want to know. And I thought, hey, you know, if they're going to be that kind to let me say whatever I want to about this lamp, then I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a try. And truthfully, I love it. And I'm actually thinking about going out and buying one on my own for my husband. Because when he's doing very fine work, he needs something with a light that will be brighter, and he'll be able to see what he's doing. I am not right on top of this, and I'm not casting a shadow. Okay? When I've got my head down over this, because I'm leaning way over, I'm not casting a shadow, so I don't have a shadow being thrown over my piece. So, here it is again with it turned off, and this is how I was showing you things before. I'll even pull my light pad up here that I was using. I do not use this any longer because when you find something that doesn't hurt your eyes, you're more likely to do that. Okay, and there we are. And a lot of us use light pads, and that's good for I do have to get a little bit closer than I do with the other one because I can't see it as well. And I can't see farther across the letters. When I'm using this other lamp, it kind of cancels that one out. I can see all around. I can see, okay, I'm missing some drills over here when the light is off, you can see, but I do end up missing a lot. So I do not use my light pad to do my diamond painting any longer. I use my BenQ Genie Lamp. And let me show you other, because we don't all just diamond paint. There's a lot of you do other things, so let me show you some other things and how it looks when I use it with that. One of my other crafts that I truly enjoy doing is crocheting, and I wanted to show you how nicely these colors show up. These are just some granny squares I'm making for a top that I'm going to work on. Just making up a little pattern, and see how nicely it shows the colors. Before, turn the light off, this is what I would be doing sitting here in my craft room. It's not so easy to see when you're crocheting. Here's the piece that I'm working on right now. As you can see, this is a darker color that I'm working from the skein, and the colors go from light to dark. So when you're crocheting with this, it's harder to see the stitches. This is fantastic for crocheting also. I'm in my craft room at my table right now, but many times I will crochet on my couch. And what I do, since the lamp only weighs 5 pounds, I have another pedestal. I also have an end table at the end of one of my chairs, and I just set the lamp on it and can crochet. Sometimes I'll put the pedestal behind the couch, so I have it coming up over the couch, over my shoulder, and I can see very nicely. So you can see, I can see my stitches much better. Well, trying to hold this sideways is not the easiest thing. Let me try coming around like this. Well, I can't. I don't have the camera set where I can really show you what I'm doing. But it does help you see your stitches so much easier. And if you need to count your stitches, you can see them easier. So it is fantastic. You get the true color of the yarn you're using. So let's say that you decided you needed to buy some more yarn and you thought you were getting it in the same color. Dye-lots in yarn are not always the same. So if you get your yarn and you put it under this light, you're going to be able to see, okay, does this match or not? Because it gives a true to life color. There is no flickering with this light. Very steady. I don't know about you, but I have been under flickering lights before. It makes me sick to my stomach. This one, there is none of that. I did a lot of research before the company sent this to me, because they'd asked me if I would do this, and I did some research and I read lots of reviews, and someone was looking and they did the math, and they said if you run this 8 hours a day, that this is going to last at least 11 years. That's just the light. That's not the lamp. That's just the light. So you're not going to need to be going out and replacing bulbs every time you turn around. And I have owned other craft lamps. Nothing as good as this one, ever. This one is a little pricey, but now is the time to start saving up, which is what I will do. I'm thinking about getting one for my husband for Christmas. Now's the time to do it. Christmas is coming up, and you've got someone that you know that has weak eyes or does a lot of crafts or close work doing anything. This is perfect. This would be the perfect gift for yourself or someone else. So I'm going to show you another craft that this would be perfect for. Be right back. Okay, here is the next item that I have. I had a couple of friends send me some miniature kits for my birthday. Now the first one that I want to do is in this little box. Everything's going to go in here. I've already put the backgrounds in there. I never realized how tiny these things are. And when I sat in this room, and looked at this, okay, compare this to my little finger. This is tiny. This is one of the bigger objects. This is without the light on. Now I'm going to turn the light on. Now look. I can see this so much better. I can see this here. I can see to set things in there much easier. Of course, I will be putting glue and all that kind of stuff that goes on there. These things are tiny. Yes, I went out and bought look at this. This is going to be like part of a vase or something. This little, okay, compare that to my little fingernail. So, a good light is imperative for something like this. Look at these. Okay, this is like maybe some kind of a bookcase or whatever, and you're gonna put things in there. And I'm just like, whoa. So, yeah, I have these lights where I can actually see it, and I could see, well, there. Excuse me. My little bead went across the table. There it is. I see it. I don't know if I'd have seen it without this light on. But yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to do this little thing and put the glue on that. I have different types of tweezers that I'm going to use. I've got my normal tweezers that I use, but the thing I wanted to show you is how small these things are and how important it is to have a really bright light for this. Look how cute these little things are. They're so cute. But without that bright light, I couldn't do this, because for the longest I've been wanting to do this and thinking, I can't see to do this. This is going to be impossible. For example, something like this. This is going to be, I think, a chair, or maybe this is a table. But these pieces are going to fit together like this to make a chair. This is going to be the back of it. You got to glue it together. So I'm going to need steady hands too for another thing. But a bright light, very important. So as you can see, I'll be able to see very nicely with this light. So I am so happy with it. So happy. I can see where I couldn't see things before. I'll be able to do more crafts because of this light. I can move it around. Only weighs 5 pounds. I also do some polymer clay. I've worked on that a little bit, and I do carry this lamp into that room to do it because I can't see. That is in a very darkened area. But I think that you can see from what I've shown you just how good this light is for not just diamond painting. You can use this to read. Well, let's put this back in here. I'm going to need that. It's good for reading. I can read this very easily. This is telling me about how to use this light and explains the orange and the green like I was telling you. One is for regular book reading, like I have it for now, and then you have it for screen reading. You place the lamp on the desk, and then you have the lamp in front of your screen, whatever you're looking at, and you just want to make sure it's not blocking your screen. And so you're looking at your computer, which is behind the screen, because you're looking at something, maybe typing. So I can't tell you just how enjoyable this has been, and I'm not going to lie to you about this, because it's not a real cheap product. You can see this smaller print much easier for this glue, because the light is bright enough for me to focus on that. It says cuts drying time by more than 50%. So I'm reading this from a little bit of a distance in this light. Without the light on, it's not as clear. I really would, if I didn't know what it said, I couldn't read it. So it makes a big difference to me. And again, you can change the coloring of the light, whichever makes you happiest. You can bring it down. I just push the knob on top, or I could have it not as bright. So you can have it brighter by turning the knob, press the knob, and I've got my blue light coming on, and then I've got the yellow. You press the knob and it does different things. Like when I pressed it that time, it helped me get a lower light, because sometimes I don't need it as bright when I'm in here. It just depends on the time of the day. But I just can't tell you how much I really, really do like this light. If you've got any ideas on things that you think would make it easier for you to use, put it in the comment below, because I know the people that manufacture this will read the comments. I am going to put links to their Amazon page and to their regular page. They do make, this company has been around for quite a while. I'll read some of the comments people have written on Amazon. That was one thing that really helped impress me. I've got the light a little bit lower. I turned it off then. I'm going to turn it back up. That's more of a yellow tinge. I'm going to hit the light, the button, and now I've got it more blue. So you can see the difference, whichever makes you happy. It's that sometimes that ring being in that position, I keep touching it and it turns my light off. Sometimes that's a little annoying, but most of the time I am not sitting around using it like I'm doing now, so it's really not that big of a deal. You can see the difference. You can see how it changes. I can still see as I said, I like to use more blue light when I'm doing something like this. If you're reading, you might want to use I've got it on orange now. The orange light is what I meant, not the orange color. Okay, so now I've got it more of blue, and then you can go to the orange. So if you feel like the orange, you can read easier without it hurting your eyes. It does help. Okay, this was very easy for me to put it together. I had it together in probably 5 minutes. Let me know what you think below. Tell me if this is something that you would be interested in, because I have always wanted something that would be better than what I've bought in the past, because I've spent money on different kinds of lights, and the money I've spent has been more than what for just one of these. So I have bought the kinds that have the magnifier at the top, the more expensive ones. And the problem is, when you put the magnifier down here when you're diamond painting, when you go to put your diamond painting thing down, you can't get it up underneath there. So that was not helpful to me. If I really have problems, I'll put on little readers over the top of my glasses. I also have clip-on ones. But mostly, I mean, I can see it a lot of times without using anything at all. So, that is my review for the BenQ Genie eReading Lamp. Go check it out. I highly recommend it. Great light. As I said, I've been using it for at least a month, and this is all I use. I have not gone back to a light board at all, and I use this for my different crafts. So, I'll be talking to you guys later. Take care. I love you. God bless you. Bye.